one back today with our 2006 Chevy Aveo. Got a problem here with the wipers. So they work fine until you go to shut them off, and they stop wherever they are. So we're thinking that's the park switch and the wiper motor, so we're going to replace the entire assembly. First thing to do is get your wipers set to the bottom, so that's their park position, and we're going to mark that before we take the arms off. Okay, so we're going to put a piece of prep tape on the windshield just to mark where they go for the reinstall. Okay, and we'll lift the hood from here and start removing those arms.
Hood's open.
Okay. Using 12mm socket, we'll remove the nuts that hold these arms on. Now, these are attached to the wiper linkage with splines. Usually if you push on the spring area, you can lift these up pretty easy with just a bit of wiggling. Just like that. Make sure you know which side is for the driver and which side is for the passenger side. Next, we're going to take out 4 Phillips screws, 3 of them along the top. One there, one here are plastic, and then there's one hidden in there. It's a steel screw.
That'll come after. No, where's the other one? There it is.
Okay, next we can remove the electrical connector from the motor. So this should be mounted to this clip, but for whatever reason it's not. So let's try it. I'll hold this top piece and then we'll pull the bottom, and then there we go. Next, we're going to take a 12mm socket and we're going to get the nut out here that attaches the linkage to the motor. So this will move, so I'm going to hold this. I'm going to hold the arm here while loosening that 12mm lock nut. So taking a pair of channel lock pliers, we're going to hold on to this while moving that 12.
There it is. Yep.
Once that's done, you should be able to spin that nut off by hand. Okay. Now this here is on with splines, just like these here on the wiper posts. So what we'll do is we'll take our channel locks. Oh, did you get it?
Yep.
Okay, turns out this one's pretty loose, but what you want to do, if yours isn't coming out, is put one end here and one end behind the tab, and then give it a squeeze, and it should break free. All right, just like that. Last piece to remove the motor. Just take out 4 10 mil bolts. 1, 2, 3, and this one under here. Just some extra footage here for you. Took the old motor apart a little bit. Just take the 3 Phillips screws out, lift this cover up, and you'll see here that on these three tabs, that the center one is broken off, and that was likely the control for our park switch. And because this runs all the way into the motor, we have to do the whole replacement. All right, with your new motor set up in place, you can start putting those 10 mil bolts back in. Once they're snug, just give them a quick tightening with the ratchet. You don't need to go too tight because they sit in rubber grommets. We'll reconnect the electrical connector. All right, and we'll reattach the lock nut, connecting the motor to the linkage. Okay, now I'm going to put some downward pressure on the linkage here while we tighten this up a bit.
I was starting to pull it. Okay, I think that's good.
Now before we put everything back together, we can just put one arm on loosely and test this out to make sure the new motor works.
This is the right one. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna just put one wiper arm on loose here before we go ahead and complete this job, because we are using a junkyard motor. All right, and it works. So we'll continue with putting this all back together. So first thing is to remove this arm. What you want to do is bring this in on an angle and make sure it slides in under that trim. And
There we go.
it's got to go all the way in, like
that. Gets a little tight at the end. There it is. There it is.
Okay, now we'll put the 4 screws back. All right, last step is to put our wiper arms back on. It helps to have some downward pressure. Helps to have some downward pressure on these when you tighten them up.
No extra parts.
All right, with that, we'll try it out one more time. All right, we're done. That's how you change a wiper motor on a Chevy Aveo. Thanks for watching.